Greater Good Radio. Connect, learn, heal, and grow.
Can you just give a layperson's definition of what you mean by like trauma?
So a lot of people don't like that word, okay? So sometimes the better word is disturbing experiences, okay? And this can be big traumas like a rape or a physical, beating, or it can be little t trauma, not thought of as these huge things, but really significant, like being abandoned and neglected in childhood because you have caregivers. Maybe they have a mental health issue. Maybe they have a substance abuse issue. Maybe they were severely traumatized and lack the capacity to love. But something like neglectful parents can leave lifetime scars in people. So they may not relate to the word trauma. They're like, well, I wasn't hit. I wasn't sexually abused. It was just neglect. Just didn't really feel loved. It's like my parents who didn't want to be parents. And what they're missing is that so many thoughts and behaviors are really running their lives from that neglect. And when a child's neglected, they may not understand that that's traumatic, but their whole worldview is I'm not good enough. I don't deserve to be loved. Somehow I'm not lovable, because it's not lost on them that other parents were loving their children. So what's wrong with me? And that decision can be made very early in childhood. And the adult wouldn't recognize that their lack of trust in people, their belief, is this deep, deep belief that they're unworthy of being loved, really runs their life. It's like a program. And so not everybody is aware that they actually have developmental trauma. And so trauma is anything that really changes the way you feel about yourself. It leads to symptoms like anxiety, depression, trying to prove yourself through performance or a shutting down. And so it's interesting because some people are very aware they've been traumatized. And a lot of my clients, even therapists, will say, I don't identify as a trauma survivor, so don't use that word. And I'm looking at their childhood and it's like there's physical abuse, there's sexual abuse, there's verbal abuse. So sometimes I have to use the word disturbing experiences. And sometimes it's what people didn't receive, not like an act of aggression or violence. Really, I had to count on me. I was alone all through childhood. Maybe people were in the house, but they weren't attuned to me. I didn't feel loved. I often felt like I didn't really matter. I wasn't special. So it's a broad term. And people know, like if you go to war, that's trauma. But they don't know that things like neglect or just being programmed over the years with chronic insults and humiliations and rejections, that has completely shifted your worldview for life. So all of that it embodies trauma.
If you resonate with Greater Good Radio, please join our community at www.greatergoodradio.com, where you can get access to exclusive content and offerings. Hope to see you soon.